Well, hello, everybody. I hope you found your way to us tonight. We are just having a crazy time over here, just as we were getting the whole thing set up. Power failure in the entire building. We lost the show setup, the framework that we usually use, and we had to quickly rebuild it, and YouTube wouldn't let us hook onto the original show, so we had to create this new one. So if you found your way over here, boy, I'm grateful for you, and praying that the other people who might have been waiting on the other one will find their way here as well. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to start tonight with a prayer because I really need one, and maybe you need one too. I'm just going to say, Heavenly Father, just lift us all up. This is a time of high anxiety for so many reasons, and we need you. I guess there's probably a lot more I could say, but that seems to cover it. This song is going to be my battle cry tonight. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, shame is a prison, cruel as the grave. Shame is a robber, and he's come to take my name. Love is my redeemer, lifting me off the ground. Love is the power when my freedom song is found. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, gonna rise up out of the ground. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Down. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave that's gonna hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, gonna rise up out of the ground. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Yeah. Between death and life, there on a tree, the Lamb of God was crucified. He went down to hell, and he took back every key, and he rose up as a lion, and he set all the captives free. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave grave I'm a walking to. If you walked out of the grave I'm a walking to. If you walked out of the grave I'm a walking to. If you walked out of the grave I'm a walking to. Said if you walked out of the grave I'm a walking to. If you walked out of the grave I'm a walking to. If you walked out of the grave, if you walked out of the grave, if you walked out of the grave I'm a walking to. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. There ain't no grave that's gonna hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, gonna rise up out of the ground. There ain't no grave gonna hold my body
I don't know about you, but I needed that one tonight. Crazy stuff going on in this world right now. And the one thing that we've all got in common is that he loves us. He wants the best for us, and he's here with us all the time. Thank you so much for being here tonight. This is Sunday Night Songs of Faith. I'm Chris Wilson. I'm humbled that you join us every week, and I'm amazed at how quickly God can turn things around. You know, I was having some real anxiety as our show sort of went down there a few minutes ago, and I just took a moment with my wife, and we prayed. Just said, you know what, God, this is going to be what you want it to be, and it's always going to be that. So we don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to fear anything. Nothing. And I sort of scrambled up here. I put this guitar strap over my shoulder. I closed my eyes for a second. I sang the first few notes of that song, and now I feel fantastic. Because we're all here together. We're praising the big man. We are blessed people. So, once again, thank you for being here tonight. I hope everybody found their way over here who are watching the other thing. You know, this new technology, the way we're all able to live stream to these various platforms, that's just sort of, it's so new that there's just struggles everywhere. I don't know if our power failure had anything to do with it or if it was just something on YouTube's end, but, you know, just grateful to be here singing. Man. I'm sort of feeling like kind of pumped up now. What do you think, babe? Are you with me?
I'm with you. I hope everybody can hear me. I'm never loud enough.
You can pull it right out there.
Yeah, there we go.
Now, see, I installed a new microphone stand, like a boom arm stand for Carrie, and she. Yes. See, now you've got it.
Is that good?
See?
All right.
That's it, right there. All right, so cool stuff. I have this really awesome guitar to play tonight. This is another loaner from our friends at Stutzman's Guitar Center. Dave Stutzman has been so gracious in loaning me guitars every week. Really interesting, cool stuff that they have available there. Stutzman's Guitar Center, if you're watching from someplace other than Rochester, New York, you can actually order things from them as well. But they are in Rochester, New York, here on Ridge Road. A family that I've been doing business with for a long time, and they've taken such care of me. just like family. And so Dave, we were having a conversation when all of this goofiness went down with having to be quarantined and not really knowing what to do. And we had a conversation, and he said, well, what if, like, I can't remember if he suggested it or if I asked. I probably asked because I'm just a fool to play cool guitars and stuff. But so the idea was that I'll take a couple of guitars from the store and be able to show them off to you so you can see what you're buying. So this is another one in a really series of cool guitars that I've gotten to play. This is a Guild D55, and it's a faithful sort of reissue, and it's pretty faithful, I gotta say. This is like one of the iconic guitars, from the 60s and 70s. A lot of people were playing these Guilds, and this was like their flagship model, the D55, beautifully appointed, and so this one is a really beautiful reissue, and it sounds fantastic. So it's a good strummer and a good picker. So if you'd like to buy this guitar, toddle off to Stutzman's in a few days, or give him a call or something like that, and we'll put this one aside for you. I'm going to sing a song that is very, very special to me. This is a song written by one of the really great spiritual songwriters in the country, in the world right now. Ron Block, who plays with Alison Krauss and Union Station, just a supremely talented instrumentalist, but also his ability to write a spiritual or song of faith. He always seems to capture an angle that I haven't quite thought of, or one that I had thought of and was never able to accurately express until I sang one of his tunes. So this is, I think, maybe arguably his best. And here it is. This world I walk alone, with no place to call my home, but there's one who holds my hand, the rugged road through barren lands. The way is dark, the road is steep, but he's become my eyes to see, the strength to climb, my griefs to bear. The Savior lives inside me there. In your love I find relief, a haven from my unbelief. Take my life and let me be a living prayer, my God, to thee. In these trials of life I find another voice inside my mind.
comforts me and bids me live inside the love the Father gives. In your love I find relief, a haven from my unbelief. Take my life and let me be a living prayer, my God, to thee. Take my life and let me be a living prayer, my God, to thee.
That one leaves me speechless, sort of. And for those of you who know me, this is not easy to do. You know, I was thinking a lot this week about how, particularly in the last few days, about how it's very hard to learn things when you're comfortable. You know, and we seek out, so often in this life and in this world, we seek out comfort. We try to carve it out. We're sort of, I mean, in this country, we're sort of comfort addicted, you know, and I was thinking, you know, this has been a week of some real struggle for us, and I'm overwhelmed that with just a little bit of separation, a little bit of hindsight, I can see how much I'm able to learn in a time like that. And, you know, this COVID time, sometimes I wonder what we're gonna name it. You know, it's gonna have a name, like as we look back on it years from now.
I was just thinking that this COVID time. I've heard people say that a lot.
Time.
The COVID time.
You know, I wonder. I think it's really important that we look back on this time and say, wow, you know, I really learned something. And I really deepened my relationship with God. A really important time to do that. He sort of gave us this pause, you know, this moment to reflect on our relationship with him, to speak to him, you know, and reflect on our relationship with our family and others and figure out what's important and what's not. That's what I find that I've been doing with this time. And it hasn't been easy. It's been a real struggle to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe some of you are in that same boat. And if you are, know that you are not alone. Because, you know, this is sort of unprecedented. But it made me think about discomfort. And I was really sort of digging into that concept. And one of the things I decided I wanted to do, which is a real crazy challenge for me. Now, I'm not a very prolific songwriter. I don't write a lot of material. You know, I write when I get inspired. I write, you know, sort of sporadically. I might write, you know, 2 songs in the span of 2 months and maybe not write another one for a year. That's really just sort of how I roll. And I had this notion about sort of breaking free some of those. I was thinking of the word adhesions. You know, when a pitcher goes and he has Tommy John surgery, if you're a baseball fan, they have these rotator cuff surgeries, and what happens is they reattach the tendons that he pitches with, and so what always happens is that when these ball players come back and they start to throw for the first time, they're sort of afraid. They're afraid to really test that out, and what they have to do is they have these adhesions in there that they actually have to break. And it feels like you're tearing something. But that's what that's what gives them their strength back again. It's really sort of an interesting metaphor. But I was thinking about that, needing to sort of whatever the equivalent of that is with my songwriting. And so here's what I'm going to do, and I'm using my audience here. I'm using my wonderful family out there to hold me accountable, because what I'm going to try to do, no, I shouldn't say try to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write 7 songs of praise in 7 days. This is something I've never even come close to being able to do. And I want to see what happens when I really dig into that. I want to spend some time with him and see what he has for me to say. And see what he has for me to say to you, because you are all so gracious and loving, and you come here and you listen to me sing. So I thought maybe there's something special he might want to say to you. So I'm just going to dig into my relationship with God over the next 7 days and write 7 songs. And next Sunday, I will sing those 7 songs for you. And please pray for me in this, because this is a real challenge and something that I have a little bit of fear about. And, you know, those just general fears that we all have, insecurities about things. And this is something I've never done before. So I would appreciate your prayers and support in that. Do you have anything to add there, sweetie?
I'm sorry. I'm
You're doing a lot.
I'm doing
and
things.
You're not, and you weren't even, you know,
But
you
all
never signed
behind
on
the
for
scenes.
2 nights. It was just the Wednesday night.
I know.
Somehow
I know.
I've
Sorry. I was actually saying hi to John McCarthy.
John McCarthy.
Yeah.
How you doing?
So that's when, yeah. So I wasn't not paying attention. I apologize.
See, we need a production crew. It's too much for my wife. I don't mean that she's not doing it capably and beautifully. I just mean that she only has 2 hands, and there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes here. All right. I'm going to sing a song that when I was a little boy, my mom, I talk about this all the time. She used to lead the choir. It was actually the folk group that was in our church. And it's just a bunch of folkies with tambourines and 12-string guitars and stuff. And but, you know, they used to do some really interesting songs. And one of them I remember, there was a song which I had remembered all these years. I remembered almost all the lyrics. And I would sing portions of this song occasionally, just, I don't know, for my own sort of entertainment or whatever. Really great spiritual lyrics. But I remember it from when I was like 4 years old. I didn't know who sang it. So I had to go on this search based on just the lyrics that I knew. So I'd been singing this song for a long time. And it turned out it's a song by an artist by the name of Janny Green, who had passed away. And I was singing all this song, and it's actually called Covenant Woman, which is interesting because it's a song about, you know, a woman's covenant with God. And so I had been singing all of the lyrics that didn't say, I'm a covenant woman. And but I love this song. So regardless of whatever misgendering there might be in this, I'm going to sing this song. I don't actually know the woman parts, so it actually works out pretty well that I'm just singing the rest of it. So, did I say that okay?
I think so. I actually don't know what song. I'm sure I do, but I don't know it by that title.
Oh, you don't? Well, so Janny Green was this phenomenal, just faith-driven artist from, I think, in the late 70s, early 80s. Well, this is the song. See what you think. I got my feet planted deep in the good, good word, standing on the promises that I've heard. Signed, sealed, delivered by the blood of the Lamb.
Lord told me how he wants me to be, to abide in him, his words and deeds. Anything God asks me, I will do. 'Cause when you're under the covenant of the Lamb, blood brothers with the Son of the great I am, everything God has, he gives to you. I got my feet planted deep in the good word, standing on the promises that I've heard. Signed, sealed, delivered by the blood of the Lamb. No, I'm not moved by what I feel. No, I'm only moved by the word that's real. The word came to life, came to me. Planted deep in the good word, standing on the promises that I've heard. Signed, sealed, delivered by the blood of the Lamb. No, I'm not moved by what I feel. No, I'm only moved by the word that's real. Word came to life, came to me. Word came to life, came to me.
Isn't that a great tune? I always expect there to be an audience here to say, yeah.
A few people did actually comment while you were singing. Good song.
There you go. Yeah, it's a cool song.
Yeah.
These songs sort of wander into my... It's amazing the stuff that you learn when you're a child. It just stays there, sometimes just forever.
Yeah.
Those lyrics have just been in my head since I'm 4 years old. They never went away. You know, we're in a time right now of just intense feeling. And everybody seems to sort of be reacting to these feelings and sort of letting them sort of drive the bus, you know? And, you know, sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes you want to be able to let, you know, you want to have a nice mix of truth and some more kind of stable forces, and then also allow what you feel in there. But I find so often that the feelings, when they're driving the truck, they're sort of driving sort of erratically. And one of the things I love about this song is it says, I'm not moved by what I feel, but I'm only moved by the word that's real. And that word came to life, and it came to me. And that is such a powerful and important message for those of us believers who sort of understand that particular truth. And I love to sing it. I love to sing it because it's like a battle cry. And that's cool. And it's empowering. And what is the name, sweetie, of the thing we're doing with Lynette? What is the official name of that event?
Yeah, I will tell you in just one moment.
Doing a very cool event with our friend Lynette out in, is it in Seneca Falls?
Yep, it's going to be Seneca Falls. Okay. It's called 100-Year Workshop.
Okay.
And it's all this week. Do you want to talk about it?
And it's specifically about women's role.
Yeah.
And so I was strange that I was asked to kind of participate and sing some songs to kind of close out what they're doing.
Yeah.
does it have like a specific synopsis? I just wanted to be able to share that if we could.
Yeah, let me pull it up so I don't.
I sort of sprang that on you. I'm
I
sorry.
don't want to mess anything up here. So give me a second.
What a lovely sounding guitar this is.
So her organization is called Daughters United, and their website is daughtersunited.org. So you can kind of read up on it. It's the 100-year gathering from July 12th through 19th, which was supposed to be like a big in-person type event. But
Right.
of course, now it's not. So if you go on that website, though, they're having workshops all week, and it's here, let me hop on here.
And it's specifically celebrating women's role in culture and faith. And I know that there's, we're talking about Elizabeth Cady Stanton.
Yep,
And-
it's marking the 172nd anniversary of the first Women's Rights Convention in Seneca Falls, and the 100-year centennial of the 19th Amendment, which gave women full rights as U.S. citizens. So,
But specifically what her aim is to what has been sort of, sort of distilled out of this message through the years of women's rights was how that was inextricably linked with God and the relationship with God.
Yep.
And so she's trying to kind of reconnect those two things.
yeah, the idea is to bring it back to its pure and original intent, is to sort of celebrate all of that stuff.
Yeah. So really, really something cool. And given all that's going on culturally right now, something that would be a great thing to support. So that's daughtersunited.org. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
So, yeah, if
register
you're
and all
interested.
that. And you're going to be singing a week from today.
Yes.
Just
So-
doing some parts of the worship service, I guess.
Yeah, so it's going to be cool. I feel honored to be asked. I wonder if I'm going to be. I hope I'm not the only dude there.
I think dudes are welcome. I think that's the idea.
So there's just a whole lot of stuff going on in our camp right now, and the things that we're trying to do. We've been focusing really hard on a new direction for our lives, and what my role as a musician is, and what our role is in the community with regard to our nonprofit onehallelujah.org. And there's going to be some interesting things coming up, and we're going to ask really sort of boldly for your prayers in this, because it's it just needs that. I think that should be the foundation for everything that we do, and then you're building on some solid ground. So we'll be talking about that a little bit more. I've been singing this song for the last couple of weeks, and thought I would sing it again tonight. Although I'm using the wrong guitar, but I think it'll work. I wrote this song about my relationship with. All of these songs are sort of about my relationship with God. I should have saved it for my 7 songs in 7 days, because now I've got.
I know, but it would have been slightly dishonest.
Yeah, that would have been dishonest to just like pull one out. I can tell you officially that, with the exception of a couple of song sparks and just some really sort of abstract ideas, I don't have anything for that yet. So 7 songs of praise in 7 days. If you're just joining us, that's been my mission: is to write 7 songs, and to debut them next Sunday. And I'm really nervous about it. So this song, well, I'll just let it speak for itself.
Heaven, won't you light me up? 'Cause all I see is snow falling down. Hold up in my room, strangling a tune that holds my ear before it beats me to the ground. Take me, won't you take me away? 'Cause your way must be better than this way. 'Cause I need you, well, I will only bend the walls you break me through, break me through. And all that sunshine shining in your eyes, though the gray skies hold me bound. All that sunshine falling from above lets me hear you even when there is no sound. Don't know if I can stand up where I am. Am I not just an ordinary man? My pain, my head, my eyes will tell me pretty little lies in the darkness. Oh, the darkness. And all that sunshine shining in your eyes, though the gray skies hold me bound. All that sunshine falling from above lets me hear you even where there is no sound. I can feel her pushing in my veins. Maybe it's your light upon my face. A ship ready for the war, safe upon the shore. Maybe that just wasn't what it was. That just wasn't what it was. That just wasn't what it was. Bill, for that sunshine shining in your eyes, though the gray skies hold me bound. All that sunshine falling from above lets me hear you even when there is no sound. And all that sunshine shining in your eyes, though the gray skies hold me bound. All that sunshine falling from above lets me hear you even when there is no sound.
That's a fun one. I'm not sure how long to go tonight because I'm not sure when we actually started.
No, I don't actually know what time we started. Let's see how long have we been live.
I feel like we need a hymn.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I feel like we need like one of the great old hymns.
You've been live for 45 minutes.
Okay.
So about 15 minutes more.
Sounds like a plan. You know, I was talking a little bit ago about just what we're sort of building here, and I want to just take a moment to really thank you for your support, because none of what we're doing here right now would have happened without you. So many of you have been donating regularly to just keep this going, to allow us to kind of keep the equipment working, to keep the building running. You know, there's been just some you know, even some companies that we've worked with that have been, you know, it wasn't about advertising or anything like that. It was just about them wanting to support what we're doing. You know, I mention Stutzman's all the time. I also want to mention my dear friends from Anthony Chapel's funeral homes. You know, Mark and his wife Nancy have been so supportive, and then our nonprofit consultant Mark Mizarevich over at Empront Consulting. So these I just wanted to take a minute to mention them just by way of a thank you, because you know, this was a sort of an isolating time for us. You know, my whole livelihood was just sort of canceled overnight. You know, I mean, in every way. So all of the performances were canceled. But then, you know, you think about even the secondary ways I make income by selling CDs at a show or selling music in that way, or merchandise or anything like that, and just all went away. It was all gone. And we've had a lot of love and support. And what we're building now is, I don't think it would have happened had this time not happened, and had we not received the support and encouragement and prayers from those of you who've watched, and businesses like those who have just been there for us, you know, in supportive ways. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank these businesses and thank you for your support. Wow, it's so humbling. It's hard for me to even talk about without getting emotional. So perhaps I'll sing something. All right, we need just a great hymn right now. I'm feeling a hymn. How about, well, you know what? I haven't sung this one in a few. This was. I even made a commitment that I was going to try to sing this every one, and I haven't for the last couple, because there have been other songs that have been on the list. So we'll do this one.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand, 'cause I am tired, I am weak, I am old. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light. Just take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. When my way grows drear, precious Lord, just linger near. When my life, it is almost almost gone. Lord, it's gone. Just hear my cry, hear my call. Hold my hand, Lord, lest I fall. Just take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. In the darkness it appears, and the night it draws near. When the day it is past and gone, Lord, it's gone. At the river I stand, just guide my feet, Lord, hold my hand, take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. Just take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home.
I want to give a quick shout out to a couple of people who I know that were. I want to shout out to my friends Maureen and Don. Don is recovering from a pretty serious illness, and then when I kind of called to see how they were doing, I heard that Maureen wasn't feeling too good either. So I just wanted to say I love you guys, and I'm thinking about you, and hoping that you're feeling much, much better. I had my father was in the hospital all last week, and it was my wonderful stepdad named George Geller, and he's been in my life since I was 11 years old, and so in every way he's my dad, and I'm so grateful for the prayers that we received, and I'm happy to report that he is out of the hospital and he's doing much better, and so I just want to. It's so important for me to be able to express to you this community of people who are watching this show. And sometimes it's just people locally, and sometimes it's thousands of people from all over the world. It depends on how YouTube sometimes tries to, how they share it in a particular way. But the power of this community and the power of a group of collected believers is just stunning and life-altering. And, it only takes me a moment to put things back in perspective when I think about, when something bad's sort of happening, and I just realize how blessed I am and how blessed we all really are to have each other and to have the Lord looking out for us. So... let's see. How about this one?
And can it be that I should gain an interest in my Savior's love, died he for me, who caused his pain, for me who scorned his perfect love. Amazing love, how can it be that you, my God, would die for me? Amazing love, how can it be that you, my God, would die for me? You left your Father's throne above, so free and infinite your grace, emptied yourself of all but love, and bled for Adam's helpless race. Amazing love, how can it be that you, my God, would die for me? Amazing love, how can it be that you, my God, would die for me? Boldly I come before your throne to claim your mercy immense and free. No greater love will e'er be known, for all my God has done for me. Amazing love, how can it be that you, my God, would die for me? Amazing love, how can it be that you, my God, would die, that you, my God, would die, that you, my God, would die for me.
What a song that one is. Well, I guess that's going to do it for me tonight.
A couple of announcements.
Yes.
The update on the equipment that we got.
Yes. So we asked this audience to sort of help us get a couple of pieces of equipment so that we could go or so that I could go and sort of do these guerrilla, performances, concerts outside of places where people were shut in. Whether it be a nursing home or a group home or something where people couldn't have visitors and they couldn't have music and they couldn't have any connection. Some people who couldn't have, there's some people in nursing homes that they were saying that they just missed being able to go to church or having some kind of church service, which they would sometimes do in there. So we decided that I was going to try. We had some requests that I kind of go outside these buildings and do this, which is something that is sort of a little strange for me. But now I'm used to singing to an audience that I can't necessarily see.
Yeah.
So anyway, we were able to get that equipment. We now have it in our possession, as I mentioned the last couple of shows. But we are now, because my father was in the hospital, we had to postpone that a little bit. But this week we will be doing that, and we'll keep you informed as to how it goes.
Yeah, we'll take some video
Take
or
some video.
pictures so you can see.
And please pray for that, because I think you never know how people are going to be touched. Sometimes I think, think about how many people's lives have been changed or redirected by hearing the song Amazing Grace
Yeah.
somewhere random. I have a particular story about that with a friend, just that song, with someone who expressed to me that they were sort of in a moment where they could have walked away from God, and they were in some random place and heard this goofball singing Amazing Grace, and it was just enough to maybe make them turn around and rethink that particular decision. So you never know what you're doing. I think as long as you commit your steps and your actions and the work of your hands and your heart to God, He's going to put it where it needs to go. So that's sort of what we're trying to do with this One Hallelujah thing. Is I'm a goofy dude who plays guitar a little bit and sings and loves God. So I'm putting those things forward to see what He does with it, and it's sort of exciting and a little scary and all of that stuff. But we're just going to do that. Yeah. And so thank you for supporting that mission. And
also Wednesday, the James Taylor night.
Yes.
Just a reminder.
Just a reminder that this Wednesday is it's James Taylor night here at the barn. So I'm going to be singing all James Taylor tunes, my favorite James Taylor songs, most of which have already been requested over all of these weeks. So we sort of collected them into a pile, and those are the songs I'm going to do. So I'm very excited about that. So please join us on Wednesday. If you'd like to, we certainly appreciate your support. If you'd like to make a donation for tonight's performance, you can do that, or for any reason, you can go to my website, which is www.chriswilson.us, and there's a donate button there if you'd like to support our little mission here. One Hallelujah, is that part of is the link there yet or not?
There is a link to our onehallelujah.org. Is right on chriswilson.us, and this week, while Chris is busy writing 7 new songs, I will be busy trying to integrate those 2 websites into one. So I don't know what the kids are going to be doing, but that's what we're doing.
They'll be playing with our chickens. We have 24 chickens, and they like to play with them. So
yeah. So anyway, hopefully by next Sunday, we will have 7 new songs and 1 new website.
Yes. So keep those prayers coming. And I will be lifting up my prayers to all of you that are watching, that if there's any needs out there tonight, if there's anything that you're thinking about or feeling or a burden on your heart, that God sort of takes it and does what He does, So God bless everybody. Thank you so much for watching tonight. Thank you for putting up with our technical difficulties early on tonight. And we'll see you on James Taylor night on Wednesday. God bless everybody. Good night.